Hi everybody, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back to all of you new. Hello and welcome. So I got a real treat for y'all today. I have two of my Bonnie Brown boys for you to see, and one is my toddler Liam Mikael, and the other is Stellan, which is the Levi sculpt. So to those of you new to the hobby, Bonnie Brown is a sculptor. She's an absolute rock star of a sculptor, which you will get to know. And these are two sculpts that are what I quote consider forever babies in the way of they're sculpts that I want permanently in my collection. So I'll talk about that a little more. First, if you're not subscribed, make sure you go and smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And yeah, I'm gonna get talking. To those of you that have been with me, you know I'm kind of getting fired back up here. I've been on a break, and so it's good to be, you know, just jump right back in, right? So, Mikael here, oh my goodness, was still in winter clothes. He was still in like a knit hat, a turtleneck with like a sweatshirt over it, wool socks, the whole 9 yards. And part of the reason for that is our new German Shepherd puppy, Riley, that we got back in early May. So I don't, you know, a toddler is, well, a big baby to store, you know, in a hope chest or, you know, whatever. And right now the living room is / my nursery space. I just kept him, you know, kind of the hat over him and kept him on the end of the couch and kind of wrapped a blanket up and around him so that he was kind of out of sight, out of mind. We do have a gate so that the dog doesn't come in here unsupervised, and that's just kind of how I did it. So now our pup is getting, you know, a little bit older, and she understands, you know, leave it, and she's you know, doing great. We give her lots and lots of stuff to chew on, and you know, she's not, you know, knock wood, but you know, she's been very good. And so I said, you know, I'm trying to get some babies changed, because that is the case for a lot of my reborns as well. Now, some are in the hope chest, and I'm just leaving them be there for now. I have an airtight, you know, hope chest in my bedroom, and where I kind of rotate dolls, or, you know, put dolls away that I perhaps know that I'll be selling out of my collection, things like that. So I left the dolls be that are in the hope chest, and I'm working on the dolls that are, you know, out in bassinets, Moses baskets, car seats, things like that in the living room, and getting them changed and photographed, because boy, does Instagram's algorithm punish you for being on a break, MIA. They kind of put you out into Siberia. I think I just talked about this. So anyway, so I'm trying to get some photos banked into, you know, where I have that, you know, a bunch saved up so that I can just get flowing on a daily basis, so that even if I'm not quote here, I'm still posting regularly, because it's just nice to as well stay, you know, in touch. And that's something that I enjoy probably the most out of the entire hobby and collecting. It's definitely one of my top favorite things to do is take photos of the dolls and, you know, share on Instagram. And of course that ties into, you know, shopping for the clothes and the accessories and all that. There's Mr. Octopus. He's hanging around up here on the top of the couch for the summer. And, you know, yeah, the Under the Sea has become kind of my nursery theme for this summer. I'm having a lot of fun with that. And Mikael has there the golden goose. Mikael has the big goose. So I did not take Mikael's summer wardrobe out. He has one drawer in an armoire that I have here in the living room, and I swap out between summer and winter wardrobes. I didn't take his summer stuff out. It's still full of his winter stuff. So I said, oh goodness, what am I going to put on him that I don't have to go, you know, digging in the summer bin? Because I think at this point, it's already, you know, into August. I don't think I'm going to take the time to swap all that out. So I had this goose romper that I had left out because I can put it with knee socks and a sweater and stuff and still use it in like spring and fall. So it was out. And these slippers were out as well. Everybody loves these slippers. I believe I got these at Pat, I think. And the goose romper, gosh, I don't even remember. Might have been Pat as well. But yeah, and you know, I've been loving the goose. The goose. There's our what is this called again? I forget. Singer Nature Welt. I can't even say it. And then Stellan here is in this adorable beach-themed romper. So I'm definitely getting a lot of use out of this. To those of you that have been with me, you saw the haul, or, well, you saw me get it out. I bought it, you know, kind of prior or upcoming to the season. I bought it in the spring, and it's handmade, and I ordered Preemie. The woman is in Sweden, the seller, the seamstress, and I got it intended for Ollie, which is my preemie silicone baby boy, and it wound up being very big for Ollie. But it did fit Oscar, my kind of full-size, full-bodied silicone. So that's wonderful. Oscar's worn it, and of course Oscar and my like 0 to 3 month, 1 month size boys. I always say 1 month, a European 1 month size fits perfect on like my Levi, my Ramsey, just any of those sculpts of that size, and then plus my full-bodied silicone Oscar. So, and I lean towards boys, you all know that. I have a lot of boys, and so, you know, of course, they share, you know, the dolls share the wardrobe. So, yeah, we're getting a lot of use out of this romper. Stellan looks so adorable in it. I did a photo shoot, so I left him right here as is the way that I did the photo shoot. I decided to pair the romper with these adorable little booties that are like that kind of boho style, that kind of raggedy, what does Michelle call this? The poor look, or the whatever you want to call it. It's a bit rustic, but definitely kind of, I thought, like, it with the turtle there and stuff, it gave it like a boho look. So y'all know I am not the fashionista over here. I'm not, you know, like I don't always get it right as like what style, what something's called or whatever. I just know what I like, what I love, you know, and what I maybe think it's called. So yeah, that was fun. And if I get a chance this evening, I may at least snap a few photos. I gotta snap at least a few photos of Mikael with this big goose. I haven't shared him in a while. His aunties miss him, of course. And yeah, that might sound a bit crazy to anybody watching that's not a doll collector. Like, aunties, you know, they're dolls. Hello. But this is how we have fun in the hobby. You know, I feel like I'm explaining myself more since I've been gone because, well, I've been spending time around, like, I was going to say actual people, but obviously we're all actual people. But with physically in person and with people that don't even know this hobby existed until, you know, I spoke about it. So I can certainly understand, you know, people coming in, looking at our videos, you know, wondering, you know, all the terminology we use, like bonding with the dolls and, you know, referring to, aunties and uncles, you know, other doll collectors and things like that. It may look strange, but in essence, it is all part of the role play and how we as adults play and enjoy these amazing lifelike works of art. And there's definitely that emotional component to it that draws a lot of us to the hobby, because it is, I don't know, it's, you know, I guess for all of us it's different, but I feel like it certainly carries, like when you're waiting for a baby, for instance, a reborn baby, you know, to come, you know, say you've purchased a baby that, you know, you've seen on an artist page, already finished, ready to ship, and the baby gets shipped, and it takes, you know, whatever, 3-5 days, or if you're buying from overseas, it could take months, whatever, but we're pacing the floors, you know, as if we're in labor. You know, it is I mean, man, I have stalked that mailman. I have stalked the USPS, FedEx, UPS, just like, I know all their routes. I know exactly once the package enters New York, what sorting facilities it's going to go to, where it's going to go next. You know, just da-da-da-da-da. I have literally got in my car and drove to my mailman that's, you know, was started at the beginning of the neighborhood and going to take, you know, an hour or two or whatever to get to my house, and had my license on me and said, could you please pull out the box for, you know, blah, blah, blah. Because it's that exciting. And you know, that's why when we do box openings, you'll see some of us cry or get really quiet, get really emotional, you know, speak as if it is a real baby, that sort of thing. It's why it's the thrill of it for a lot of us. You know, we talk about box openings and we talk about getting new babies, and, you know, is it an addiction? You know, some of us just have that need to want to hunt for the next dream baby, and the next, you know, baby that we will nest for and make its little, you know, character up and buy clothes and set up and, you know, go through that wait, pace the floors, have the box opening, which is like a huge, you know, adrenaline rush for when you're waiting for something that you really, 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 really want. And it feels more intense than it did when you were waiting for Christmas morning, you know, Christmas night when you were a kid, or you get those same feelings back that you had as a child, that giddy excitement, and you couldn't go to sleep, and you're looking out the window, and you're, you know, like all of that is what comes with enjoying this hobby. Of course, you gotta love dolls. And, you know, most of us are real baby people. I mean, man, if there is a baby in a couple mile vicinity of me, you know, darn straight, I am gonna get my hands on that baby and be holding that baby and changing that baby and for whatever they'll let me do with that baby. You know, and I think that a lot of us can say the same. We are just real baby people. Now, for me, I loved that newborn stage. Some people, like, they didn't like it and they just couldn't wait for their kids to get out of that newborn stage and, you know, kind of start walking, talking, interacting, you know, such. I love the newborn stage. It goes by so fast. I just always did. I worked for years in private childcare, like as a nanny, and I specialized in, you know, I started with families with newborns, stayed with them until the baby was a year or so old, and they were ready to, you know, put the baby into a daycare, which is less expensive. And then it was actually a group of teachers, and they kind of passed me around, and then the next one would, you know, be pregnant and about to deliver, and they wanted me, you know, and they, you know, so I forget how many families, but it was several families, several years, that I did that because I didn't mind, and I loved and was good at the newborn stage. And so yeah, it's something I've always loved. And of course, most of us can't just keep popping out kids our entire lives, and I wouldn't even dream of it now, wouldn't want to now. And so this gives you the, you know, it keeps that whole baby thing there, but without all the work and responsibility and expense and all that. I'm sure that makes sense to most of you. And, well, I'm just about rambling on here. I know some of you actually love listening to me ramble, and I'm sure some of you are already gone. But anyway, so these are two of, I don't know, a few other Bonnie Brown sculpts in my collection. Next video, or soon coming up, I'm going to be talking about my collection and what the break has really changed as far as me, what I'm doing with my collection in the future, like the clarity of where I know that I want to go with my doll collection in the future. So that'll be upcoming. So yeah, make sure you got the notification bell on. I'll be coming in behind the scenes very shortly to update my Pixie Squad, which is my channel membership. You can click the blue join button next to subscribe for that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Check out the description of the video. There's always a link in there to follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see how the pictures turned out and see all the babies in my collection. Just, you know, pop in the description and go on there. All right, everyone. Till next time. God bless.